starting in just a few days. So we have seen a lot of changes coming from the PTR into the live game, and we have seen a ton of buffs, in particular to, the really like physical attacks of the Barbarian, to the core skills, to Whirlwind, to Double Swing, to Mighty Throw, to Upheaval, and we have seen some nerfs for Earthquake. So a lot of people have asked me, like, how is the Barbarian looking for the season? And we'll talk about the ranking, like, within the Barbarian class now, and then we'll talk about the overall ranking a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to have a detailed guide on Whirlwind, on Mighty Throw, and also on the full tier list coming up. But we only, for now, are going to be looking at the Barbarian tier list. So this is all a best guess, guys. We haven't played the final patch, and there's still a couple mechanics that have a bit of a question mark, but overall, I'm pretty confident in this ranking, and I've played almost all the builds on the PTR and tested them. I'll show you some footage here as well. So unfortunately, I don't think there's any S-tier builds on the Barb. There's other classes like the Necromancer that are a little bit on the stronger side. However, this is only the case for pit pushing, and we have some really cool and really viable speed farming builds with Whirlwind, and we have a really strong boss kill builds for the new layer, the new boss system, the Mighty Throw, and this is our probably the highest DPS build that the Barbarian has. It actually got buffed, contrary to what was said in the dev stream. We can see here that the developer node here has a bug fix for Warrior's Mighty Throw. So this previously was additive. It's now a multiplier, but it's been nerfed to 50%. However, the developers specifically say here, this value was adjusted to a reasonable level to compensate for a bug fix made to Warrior's Mighty Throw. And it will ultimately result into heftier bonks. So that means we will do even more damage with our bonks. And I'm going to show you some footage here. Look at me here. This was no boss powers, and we are absolutely one-shotting the hard T4 content. This is Belial, the hardest boss, and he just gets one-shot with the current Mighty Throw, and it has been buffed since then. And you can kind of see here, like we're rocking, like this is with boss powers, we're hitting for up to 5 trillion. But again, even without boss powers, you can see I don't have a single boss power slotted at the start here. And we are basically just blasting this guy here. This is a Zir, for example. We just spin for a second. Whirlwind got a new rune that gives multiplicative damage, and boom, 500 billion damage here, just like with a couple buttons. And again, this was completely done without any boss powers, and it only got stronger. Shoutouts to B-Dropper, like see, no boss powers. He made the calculation, and it looks like it's about 30% stronger than on the PTR, than in this footage here. So again, dedicated build guide is going to come out, but the planner is here. Basically, we have the new gloves here that's going to make it insanely strong, and we have the new multiplicative aspect here that makes it even stronger. And then we also have the Whirlwind rune here, Violent Whirlwind, also giving us another 35 multiplier. So this build is eating good. If you want to one-shot T4 bosses, if you want to carry your friends to those T4 bosses, this is the build to play. However, the downside is this is not really a good speed farmer. So in this sense, it's like similar to the Bloodwave Necro, where you don't really have like any kill speed. It like takes long, and then also we are playing like rotation based. You have